Justin Baldoni is reflecting on the past year since the release of his movie, It Ends With Us.
All right, imagine this. Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's funniest guy, completely losing it in tears. In court. And Justin Baldoni's reaction? Let's just say it's shaking things up big time. Trust me, you've never seen anything like this. Ready? Let's dive in. To understand why Ryan Reynolds was even in court, we need to quickly rewind. Ryan appeared in court to testify in a highly publicized legal battle centered around a copyright dispute involving his own production company, Maximum Effort. The lawsuit, brought by another entertainment firm,
intense year. This morning I sent a text message. I had anxiety.
Why is that?
accused Reynolds' team of improperly using content that allegedly violated copyright agreements. What's really at stake here is more than just financial penalties. It's about protecting Ryan's creative reputation and the integrity of his rapidly growing brand. For someone as influential as Reynolds, a loss in court could significantly impact both his company's future projects and his personal credibility within the entertainment industry. Understanding this context makes it easier to see why the actor appeared so visibly shaken and emotionally invested during his testimony. Ryan Reynolds stepped onto the witness stand looking calm and composed.
Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
His familiar charm and gentle humor initially shining through as he answered preliminary questions. He described details about his production company, Maximum Effort, in a steady, even tone, making the packed courtroom feel relaxed, almost conversational. But the atmosphere noticeably shifted when the questioning moved toward the personal toll the ongoing legal battle had taken on him and his family. Ryan paused for a long moment, his eyes momentarily fixed downward as he gathered himself. As he began to speak again, there was a clear shift in his voice. It became softer, almost fragile. Ryan then mentioned the countless nights he spent worrying
at the SNL 50th year reunion.
And I think not just that they appeared there, but were involved in the show in a way where they were poking fun.
Not for himself, but for his wife and children, who had felt the relentless stress of the lawsuit firsthand. His voice started to tremble slightly, the words becoming harder and harder to get out. The emotion in the courtroom was palpable, everyone leaning forward slightly, holding their breath, feeling the tension rise. Then, completely unexpectedly, Ryan broke down entirely. Tears filled his eyes, his shoulders began to shake subtly, and he was visibly struggling to regain composure. A courtroom aide quickly brought over tissues as Ryan apologized softly.
You're a nice guy, you know? You're just such a nice guy. You're
So nice.
The nicest guy.
So funny. Like, he's funny from a deep, deep place of insecurity.
Clearly embarrassed, but unable to hold back his emotion any longer. For a brief moment, silence enveloped the courtroom, everyone quietly respectful, empathizing with the man who was always known for his humor and resilience. After a few seconds, Ryan took a deep breath, wiped his eyes, and with visible determination continued testifying, clearly committed to seeing the difficult situation through, despite how profoundly it had impacted him emotionally. Justin Baldoni, who's famously known for embracing and advocating emotional vulnerability, didn't hold back when he saw Ryan Reynolds break down. Almost instantly, Justin leaned forward, visibly moved by what he had just witnessed. His eyes softened, eyebrows knitted together in deep concern and understanding.
Hi, I'm Justin Baldoni, and I just want to share something with you that I've been thinking about. For as long as I can remember, I have struggled with anxiety.
You could literally see empathy wash over his face. Taking a moment to process what he'd seen, Justin openly praised Ryan, saying sincerely, "It takes immense courage to show such honesty publicly. People underestimate how powerful it is when someone like Ryan, someone we usually see smiling and joking, shows the world that it's okay to be human, to struggle, to break sometimes." Justin didn't stop there. He emphasized how important these moments are for redefining societal expectations around strength, especially for men. He continued, his voice steady yet deeply emotional. "We need more of this. More honesty, more openness." Ryan just showed everyone watching that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. In that moment, Justin wasn't just reacting. He was championing Ryan's honesty, visibly proud of him for breaking the stigma around emotional expression.
Being raised as a boy here in America, I was socialized and almost brainwashed to believe that showing vulnerability was a sign of weakness.
His thoughtful words and genuine body language spoke volumes, making his reaction even more impactful and relatable. So, why exactly did Ryan Reynolds, someone usually so composed and confident, find himself breaking down so openly in court? Well, psychologists say moments like this don't just happen randomly. They're typically the result of built-up stress and pressure finally hitting their breaking point. Think about it. Ryan's been dealing with an incredibly stressful lawsuit that doesn't just affect him professionally, but personally too. According to experts, even people known for humor and positivity, like Ryan, aren't immune to emotional burnout.
Why is that? I haven't talked about this yet, but
Dr. Brené Brown, a leading researcher in emotional vulnerability, highlights that publicly showing genuine emotion can often be a powerful release from stress that's been silently building beneath the surface. And get this, Harvard University conducted a study showing that expressing vulnerability publicly doesn't just release stress temporarily, it can actually help individuals regain emotional balance and resilience in the long term. By letting himself be seen in such a raw moment, Ryan was likely experiencing this psychological release firsthand.
On February 7th, the actor-director appears in a teaser for the Gents podcast, seemingly getting emotional.
So, Ryan's tears weren't just about that one moment in court. They represented months, maybe even years, of tension finally bubbling over. It's a reminder that everyone, even Hollywood's biggest stars, have their emotional limits. Justin Baldoni reacting so openly to Ryan Reynolds' emotional breakdown isn't surprising when you look at his background. Justin has long been a powerful advocate for emotional transparency, especially challenging traditional ideas about masculinity and vulnerability. In his widely popular TED Talk titled, "Why I'm Done Trying to Be Man Enough,"
I didn't know it until I started to do somatic work, to get into my body, to actually feel my feelings.
Justin openly discussed his own struggles with societal expectations about masculinity, emphasizing that vulnerability isn't weakness, but rather one of the greatest forms of strength. He argued passionately that society conditions men to bottle up emotions, causing immense internal harm, something he's actively working to change. Beyond just talking about it, Justin even launched a project called Man Enough, a podcast and book where he engages with influential figures about mental health, vulnerability, and redefining strength. His whole mission centers around the idea that true strength comes from embracing our emotional selves fully, not hiding from them. So when Justin reacted to Ryan Reynolds' breakdown, he wasn't just responding emotionally. He was reflecting a core belief he's advocated for years, that openly expressing our vulnerabilities is powerful, courageous, and necessary. Ryan Reynolds' emotional breakdown in court isn't just another celebrity headline. It could mark a major turning point in how Hollywood, and society at large, perceives emotional openness and mental health. For decades, the entertainment industry has thrived on projecting an image of perfection. Celebrities have been expected to be larger than life, always composed, always confident, always in control. But moments like this challenge that outdated narrative and force us to confront an important truth. No matter how famous, successful, or seemingly untouchable someone appears, they are still human. This moment is bigger than just Ryan. It reflects a larger cultural shift that has been brewing for years. We're seeing more and more public figures stepping forward, using their platforms to speak candidly about struggles with anxiety, depression, and personal battles that were once considered taboo. The old Hollywood standard, where emotions were kept behind closed doors and vulnerability was seen as weakness, is slowly being dismantled, and that's a good thing. Ryan's breakdown isn't just a personal moment, it's a reflection of something much deeper. It's proof that even the most charismatic and seemingly unshakable stars feel pressure,
Suck those tears back in and keep going. And what I learned over time was not only was that not the truth, I was being lied to, the act of repressing those emotions, of cutting myself off from my heart, was doing far more damage.
stress, and emotional turmoil just like the rest of us. And by letting the world see this unfiltered, raw moment, he's unknowingly contributing to something much bigger, a conversation that normalizes emotional expression and pushes society toward a healthier understanding of mental well-being. If a superstar like Ryan Reynolds, someone known for his wit, charm, and effortless confidence, can have a moment of raw vulnerability in front of the entire world, then maybe it's time we all start rethinking how we view emotional honesty. For so long, society has conditioned us to believe that strength means suppressing emotions, keeping our struggles private, and maintaining an illusion of control. But what if true strength isn't about bottling things up? What if real courage is about allowing yourself to be seen, unfiltered and unguarded, even in moments of pain? Ryan's breakdown serves as a powerful reminder that emotions aren't something to be hidden or ashamed of. They're part of what makes us human. Whether you're a Hollywood icon or just an everyday person, we all have moments where life feels overwhelming. Yet, for too long, people, especially men, have been taught to tough it out, to keep their struggles to themselves, as if acknowledging hardship somehow diminishes their worth. But the truth is, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's one of the most profound displays of authenticity and strength. Moments like this challenge the way we think about emotional expression, not just in Hollywood, but in our own lives. If someone as admired, successful, and seemingly unshakable as Ryan Reynolds can show that it's okay to break down, then maybe it's a lesson for all of us. Maybe it's a sign that we need to start giving ourselves and each other more space to be real, to be honest, and to embrace the fact that strength isn't about hiding pain, but about having the courage to confront it. And if that kind of openness can create even a small ripple effect in how we view emotional honesty, then this moment is about so much more than just one person. It's about a shift in the way we define what it truly means to be strong. Research strongly supports this trend as well. A recent survey by the American Psychological Association revealed something genuinely eye-opening.
During his chat, in his upcoming appearance on the podcast, dropping on February 10th, the 41-year-old star reveals in the clip he had an intense year and he had suffered anxiety.
When public figures openly discuss their mental health struggles, there's a measurable increase in the public's willingness to seek help and open up about their own emotional challenges. What this means, essentially, is that celebrities like Ryan Reynolds showing vulnerability aren't just having personal moments. They're actively shaping society's approach to mental health. Think about it this way. Each time someone admired and respected by millions steps forward and reveals their true emotions, it helps chip away at the stigma that keeps many of us silent about our struggles. It sends a message that vulnerability isn't something shameful or embarrassing, but rather a natural and essential part of being human. It tells us clearly that feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or emotional doesn't make you weak. It makes you real. In fact, studies consistently suggest that seeing admired figures openly express their vulnerabilities leads to greater public empathy, reduced stigma around mental health issues, and significantly higher rates of individuals seeking professional help. Ryan Reynolds' willingness to let down his guard in such a public setting does more than simply inspire. It creates a powerful ripple effect, prompting conversations in living rooms, workplaces, schools, and friend circles around the world. It's safe to say that celebrities showing emotional honesty on such visible platforms can genuinely transform how society understands and discusses mental health. Research strongly supports this trend as well. A recent survey by the American Psychological Association highlighted something truly eye-opening. When public figures openly discuss their mental health struggles, there's a measurable increase in the public's willingness to seek help for their own emotional challenges. This isn't just theory, it's real, tangible evidence that people genuinely feel safer and more encouraged to speak up when they see someone they admire showing vulnerability. It seems that witnessing a celebrity, especially someone as influential and well-liked as Ryan Reynolds, openly navigating their own mental health journey, creates a powerful ripple effect. It not only normalizes emotional openness, but also makes the idea of seeking help feel less daunting or stigmatized for regular folks. In simpler terms,
human beings are like globes. We're like a globe. And imagine that the sun is hitting the globe. Well, at any one point, the sun might be hitting me where I am here in New York. But on the other side of the world, it's dark.
When celebrities bravely share their authentic experiences, it can inspire countless others who might otherwise remain silent to finally address their own emotional well-being, potentially even saving lives in the process. Ryan's moment of vulnerability symbolizes that we're finally breaking down outdated barriers that have kept people, especially men, from openly expressing how they truly feel. It sends a clear message to everyone, celebrity or not, that vulnerability doesn't undermine your strength or success. It actually amplifies your humanity, making you more relatable and real. It highlights that strength isn't about pretending you're always okay. Instead, true strength often involves admitting when you're not. Moments like these could honestly reshape how we view emotional transparency, encouraging more public figures and regular people alike to openly discuss their struggles. And with Hollywood having such a massive influence, seeing someone as influential and admired as Ryan Reynolds openly showing his emotions might just inspire others to do the same. It's not an exaggeration to say moments like these could significantly change the conversation about mental health. Not just in Hollywood, but everywhere. Honestly, seeing Ryan Reynolds break down so openly really got me thinking. We've gotten so used to celebrities putting up this unbreakable facade, always cool and collected. But seeing someone as charismatic and usually playful as Ryan letting his guard down felt incredibly genuine and refreshing to me. It reminded me that behind every public figure is a real person facing real struggles, just like all of us. And I think moments like these matter because they challenge us to rethink our expectations, not just about celebrities, but about ourselves too. Maybe being strong isn't about hiding emotions, but about having the courage to show them. Seeing Ryan express himself in such an honest way makes me respect him even more. It feels like we're slowly entering a new era where being authentic, even publicly vulnerable, is celebrated, not criticized. And personally, I'm here for it. But that's just my take. Personally, I found Ryan's honesty incredibly refreshing. It makes him feel more relatable, more human, you know? But I genuinely want to hear from you. How do you feel about celebrities being openly emotional in public? Does it make you respect them more, seeing that raw side of their lives? Or do you feel some things should stay behind closed doors? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'm genuinely interested in what you have to say. Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video and appreciate honest conversations like this one, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more content exploring authentic moments and deep insights from your favorite celebrities, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, don't miss our recent video covering Justin Baldoni's inspiring journey to emotional openness. It's incredibly eye-opening and worth a watch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.